take it away.
Brian, I love the enthusiasm. It's amazing. So let me share my screen here real quick. All right, can you see me on there?
Tickety-boo, looks great.
Perfect. So thanks everybody for attending this afternoon and for giving us a few minutes of your time. My name is Sean. I'm the distribution account rep at Jabra, and I handle distribution throughout Canada specifically. Kevin is with me today, and he's going to be doing in a few minutes a live demo of some of our latest and greatest products that we're extremely excited about. But to kick it off, I'm going to highlight the most recent item that we came out with, which is another product that we're very excited about. So for what's new and exciting, we have the Jabra Evolve 275 headset, which we consider to be the flexibility hero. Hopefully you're all familiar with the Jabra Evolve 75, which was our best solution and still is for the office. The new Evolve 275 is going to be the best option for the hybrid worker, and that is going to be great for the office, working from home, coffee shop, anywhere in between. And I'm going to highlight a few of the features and benefits of that here in just a second. But I want to back up just briefly and touch on what's changed. Obviously, a lot has changed in the last 18 months. And the challenges that it's presented. So when we ask employees about hybrid working, which the hybrid world does seem to be the way of the future, this is some of the things that we've learned. 68% tell us that their ideal work week will include a good balanced mix of working from home and in the office, a clear preference, but what do the organizations say? Well, the data suggests that they're even more in favor, with 90% of executives envisioning a hybrid model going forward, according to a recent study by McKinsey. So in conclusion, there seems to be a consensus between employer and employees that hybrid working is in fact the way forward. Now, if we zoom into hybrid just for a second, our studies show that knowledge workers want to work in equal parts, both from home and in the office, and they would often consider a half a day in what we call a third space, a cafe, coffee shop, even a library, for example. So with all that being said, we found that 9 out of 10 executives envision a hybrid model going forward, but only 1 out of 10 actually has a plan. So organizations don't seem to be prepared for challenges like redesigning new spaces for hybrid work, safety and cybersecurity, digital fatigue, and most importantly, not having the right tools for the employees. More than 7 out of 10 non-users of enterprise-grade headsets are aware that they could have a better experience using a professional headset and are willing to consider that better option. However, a majority of them either expect their organization to provide the professional headset for work or perceive that the existing audio experience with non-professional headsets or laptop is adequate for them. So that's where the Evolve 275 comes in. So now that we've discussed the opportunity, here's the solution. There's a lot of amazing features of the Evolve 275, but I'm going to point out just a couple of them for you here today. So first, we've developed a boom arm that's 33% shorter than the Evolve 75, while still surpassing Microsoft's strict open office standards. This headset can be used in performance mode with the headset or with the boom arm down, as you can see in the picture here, or at the little slot on the side, you can see it tucks up in there to be in discrete mode, with the microphone pretty much disappearing into the headset. And the sound quality is not sacrificed by going into discrete mode. It's really just a matter of preference depending on the setting that you're in. Now, this headset uses 8 precision placed microphones and a revolutionary chipset powered algorithm to filter out the noise around you for crystal clear calls. Now, for the first time, we're bringing our fully adjustable Jabra Advanced Active Noise Cancellation to a professional headset to give you maximum control over your own concentration. With 11 settings to choose from, ANC levels can be tailored to suit your changing needs. You can also personalize your listening experience with our free downloadable Jabra Sound Plus app to your mobile device. And that basically, I mean, whether you're using this device, any of our earbuds or several other headsets, not only can you personalize your listening experience with a built-in equalizer for calls or music, you can also keep your product up to date with free firmware downloads right through this app. The Evolve 275 also comes with a dedicated Teams button, as well as a 360-degree busy light, which easily helps those around you, whether you're at home or in the office, see that you're on a call to help cut down on distractions. Now, one more feature I wanted to point out, which we feel is worth its own spotlight, is our revolutionary dual foam technology built into this headset. We researched ear cushion foam materials with different densities, textures, and acoustic properties that would deliver the best sounding audio and maximum comfort. By combining soft memory foam with the interior ear cushions and hard memory foam over the exterior, our newly devised dual foam technology not only improved sound quality by effectively targeting and reducing external noise and delivering an incredible ANC performance on top, but it also offered a gentle solution to the challenges posed by long-wearing use, helping users to work as long as they like in perfectly cushioned comfort. Now, again, these are just a few of the highlights of the many of this product that I wanted to make sure I pointed out to you today. And now, as promised, the highlight of the show is going to be Kevin. He's going to take over now and do a demo of our Jabra Panicast video portfolio. And Kevin, I'll let you take it away.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Kevin. I am here to show you Panicast 50 and Panicast 20. So I'm just going to jump right in. So I'm using Jabra Direct right now. This is our local management software where you can download it for Windows or Mac, and you can locally administer or update any Jabra device that's connected to your computer via USB. So I have all three of our cameras connected here. About 3 years ago, Jabra bought a company called Altea that had a product called Panicast. This product is able to pick up 180 degrees or all the way down to 90 degrees, and you can set it how much you want to pick up. This camera can also find everybody in the room and frame them in a nice tight shot, so you don't have to manually pan, tilt, and zoom the camera to get everybody in the room in the shot. It does it automatically. We took everything that camera did well, and we still sell this as a new product today, but we also built the Panicast 50, and this started shipping 2 months ago. This device has everything that we talked about here: the 3 lenses, the ability to do 180 degrees, a newer chipset that gives us even more flexibility on processing power and the things that we can do. We added 8 beamforming microphones in here so that you literally cannot hide from this microphone. And we have 4 front-facing speakers so that when you're sitting in front of this device, it's going to draw your eyes to where the television is, because you're going to install this right above or below the TV. One of the reasons these new televisions are so thin is because the speakers on these TVs either fire down or backward, which give you a strange, it's not where the sound should be coming from. If it's coming directly at you, it's a much better experience in the room. So with this Panicast 50, we can do a number of different things. So I'm going to take you briefly through the settings here. So we can name this device anything you want. So example, maybe you're going to do building and room number, so you can identify what it is when you're trying to find it on the network. We can password protect the device, so you can make any kind of firmware updates. You can change the field of view. You can make any other changes to this device you need to make, and then you can password protect it. And those changes will be hard coded to the device until you put in the password and make any other changes you need to make. So you could realistically get this in your home office, do all your programming and everything like that, and then ship it to a remote office. The dog's name is Blue. So we can do a number of different things here. One of the things that we can do is people counting. This is a feature that's built in. You don't pay anything extra for this. But what we can do is we can turn this on, and then we can set a room capacity. And so for this example, we're going to pick 5 people. So if we have the 5th person walks into the room, we have a choice of what happens. We can have an LED tone play. We can have an the LED light change and a tone play. We can have LED light, a tone, and a voice say something to the effect of you are at capacity. If another person comes in, now they're over capacity, the same options apply with more urgency. Again, LED, and the tones are LED tones and a voice saying effectively you are over capacity. This is built in. You don't have to pay anything extra for this. All of the information that is gained from this is dumped into Jabra Express, which is our fleet management solution. This is a free piece of software that you can deploy either on-prem or in the cloud which will allow you to administer or update any Jabra device that's registered to it. So you could do the cameras, you can do our USB speakerphones, you can do any of our headsets. It's anything like that other than the consumer grade stuff like the earbuds. If that's something that's interesting to you, Sean or your channel account manager can definitely help you with that. The big thing that people really love about this camera is the ability to be able to show a point of interest in the room as a flat plane. Typically, it's a whiteboard, but it doesn't have to be. So I can, using the 3 different cameras here, we can find the whiteboard in the room. So my whiteboard is right here. The whiteboard has to stay within one of these 3 sections that correspond to the different lenses on the camera. That limitation will be removed in a future firmware update. But I find my 4 points of interest, and then I will be able to present it as a flat plane. So as you can see, this is my whiteboard. It is a live feed, so I can make changes right now, but it's presenting it as a flat plane. But if you take a look and see how my arm looks, it extends everything because it's using the 2 different cameras to stitch the image together. We can present it in the main camera view, or we can present it as a separate content view. That's up to you how you want to do it. There's a lot of flexibility in this device. The other thing that people really love about this is we have multiple zoom modes here. So we have 3. The first is intelligent zoom. That's the default when you pull it out of the box. Intelligent zoom is finding everybody in the room and framing them in a nice tight shot, like I talked about the original Panicast can do. Additionally, you can do virtual director, which is finding the active speaker. So because it's only me right now, I can't demo that kind of feature. But if I were to speak, it goes to me. If Sean was in the room with me and he starts speaking, then it's going to go to him. If he and I start conversing or arguing, it's going to widen the field and pick up both of us so that it can pick both of us going back and forth. The last thing we can do is we can do no zoom mode. So I can have this camera open and it sees everything top to bottom all the way through the field of view, but I can also then narrow the field if I want. So I can keep it up to 180, which means I can get all the way on a right angle to the camera and be seen, and I can go all the way down to 90 degrees. And so I'm willing to bet Sean is using an original Panicast at 90 degrees.
Yes, that's correct.
So that's the kind of thing that we can do with this. We can set presets so you have different places it can be. We can even set a starting position for the camera where it goes there first. We are certified from Microsoft for Teams and Zoom. We are certified as both a small and a medium room in Teams. That's 15 by 15 and 20 by 20. We can go much larger than that, particularly on the wide end. This is a camera made to pick up a wide field, not a deep field. So if one of the big advantages that we have is the ability to face the broad side of a table. So you can have everybody, your coworkers, sitting to your left and to your right and still be fully facing the camera, rather than the classic video conferencing view where you're sitting with your body facing the table and you're looking like this at the camera. It gives a better experience. It makes you forget that you're actually talking to a television because it looks like they're sitting across from you. We can control this device a number of different ways. We have a camera controller built into Jabra Direct here, where I could turn, this is the view that my Panicast 50 sees. So I could turn on the whiteboard view right from here. I could turn that off and I could turn on intelligent zoom, which is what would follow me as I move around. It'll adjust the view to get me. And then as I move, it's gonna wait a few ticks and then it's gonna come back and find me again. And it would continue to do that. It doesn't jump immediately because it doesn't want to jump when somebody coughs or sneezes. We also have an optional remote control that you can purchase for this. The list price is something like $50. And I recommend including it on every single quote. You can stick it directly to the whiteboard as long as you have metal behind the whiteboard so that you can then press the whiteboard button while you're at the whiteboard, which will immediately bring everything to your whiteboard. We can control it on our phone, the same Sound Plus app that Sean was talking about where you can use to interact with the Evolve 275. You can do the same thing using Sound Plus on your phone to control this device, with the caveat that you have to be on the same network as the device. Lastly, we can control it using it through Microsoft Teams rooms or Zoom rooms. So, if you're going to do an actual Teams room codec or a Zoom codec, you can use the touch screen on those to be able to control our device. So we have lots of different options to be able to control. We also have the Pentacast 20, which is the camera that I've been using this whole time to show you guys. So this is a personal camera. It's made to pick up one person at a time, and it will follow them as they move. So as I've been moving around this room, it's been keeping a nice tight shot on me, and it's almost as if I have a cameraman following me. This is made to pick up one person at a time. If I have more than one person here, it's not going to go which person to focus on. So even though this is a personal camera, I can get a real good zoom on this. So I can get back here, which is about 14 feet, and it still gets me about waist up, which is, I think, pretty darn good for a personal use camera. The other thing this camera does is it works with whatever light you have available, and it makes sure that you're in the best possible lighting conditions no matter what you do. So I just turned off the overhead light, and it automatically changes what you see. If I turn the light back on, it's going to automatically adjust again so that I'm in the best light possible. The last big thing this thing can do is we can do a picture-in-picture. So I can show you a point in 2 different points here. So you can see me, and you can see me in the lower left-hand corner there. I can then also turn on my presets. Seems to have been wiped out. All right, looks like I have to reprogram my presets. But my preset, typically I would have a preset sitting right here where I can show the case that the Pentacast 20 comes with. So we can put the cable right in here. We can put the Pentacast 20 in here. Then we can zip it up, and we have a nicely protected device that we can travel anywhere with. This device is made for road warriors, people like me who are going to be in front of customers some days. They're going to be on the road other days. They're going to be in an office some days too. And we ship it with the microphone turned off on the expectation that most people are going to use a headset or a USB speakerphone with it. And I know we're getting close to time because Brian came on camera again, so I'm going to hand it over to him.
I think you had a whole minute or so left, Kevin. I wasn't going to.
Well, I need to also answer questions. So I already had somebody ask me what my dog's name was, and her name is Blue.
We got the Blue question, and I thought that was great. Is that a Blues Clues thing or no?
No, my dogs are named after cheeses, so she's Blue Cheese.
Dogs are named after cheeses. Okay, that opens up.
I have Brie, Munster, and Pepper, as in Pepper Jack, as well.
Of course you do, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. I married Dr. Doolittle.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. You're going to be happy to know, gentlemen, you guys covered it brilliantly. There are no questions from the viewing population other than the pooch. So
I either did a really good job or really bad job.
Well, you did a really good job. And just so you know, if I sound clear at all, I don't wearing a headset. That would be because I've been utilizing the Jabra 710 since the beginning of this pandemic. And everybody asks me why I don't have a tethered headset on, and I have sensory problems. The 710 has saved my life, and I'm a big proponent. It's right here on my desktop. So there you go. But I don't have any questions. Sorry, guys.
I have a real world example. I actually, when I started here, I started in March here, and my kids' school shut down the day I started at Jabra for COVID for 2 weeks. So, and my wife watches 2 other kids. So we had 4 kids under 8 right above me on the first floor because I'm in the basement, and it sounds like I heard a water buffalo. And you don't hear anything because of the noise canceling on these headsets. Like I knew Jabra was good. You know, I've been in the AV industry for a really long time. I didn't know it was this good.
I'm a big fan. The 75 was my headset in the office back in the Stone Ages when we did that office thing. Probably still waiting there, but gents, thank you very much for your time today. I know we have to keep moving along because the marketing people will electrocute me if I don't read my script. So thank you for your time. We appreciate it. They're going to